I have finally realized after playing Paradox games for a long, long time who I am within this universe. It's kind of interesting, really. What I actually think is that all of this stuff is actually a real world just designed for my happiness. It is kind of interesting. It's a society. They work for each other. They pay each other. They buy houses. They get married and make children. Which will replace them once they're too old to make me happy. So there you go. It's kind of amazing. Let's move on here, shall we? As we are doing quite well at the moment. The main problem I have right now, if I try to take my fleet out of space dock, my entire economy comes crashing down like a house of cards, which is not a good thing, by the way. So let's see if we can actually upgrade all of our spaceports to the max. I just came home from work. It was an interesting day once again, and in all honesty, yeah, it's actually kind of nice coming out of the office and then walking home, and the sun is still out. It is quite something. I'm really enjoying myself and making sure that all of that stuff is just moseying along. Anyway. Welcome to New Horizons, as once again we're underway here with our current setup. Apparently, I am the autocracy of Withrili. We are now at war with the autocracy of Withrili. Okay. Okay. Interesting. And they're part of the Tellarites. Are the Tellarites gonna... what? Interesting. Okay, so not only are we at war with a vassal of the Tellarites, we are also... the Tellarites are on our side. And it's in within the Gorn hegemony. Let's split up this fleet and move it over here, shall we? Can we... We cannot get in here. Because our border is closed. Okay, that is a problem. So let's just do it like this. They can fight their own little war. I'm not really worried about that whatsoever. Are we building this? Yes, we are. We're not building a Rigel because we cannot get to it at this moment. But this, however, why did it just disappear? We had access to the sector, but all of a sudden now we don't. Interesting. Okay. That is unexpected, but no, what can you do about it? Not all that much, I'm afraid. Nope. And there's the loading screen. We are, in fact, mining all of this stuff. That is good. We have space for one more planetary system. So let's make it count. Class L, Class Q, Class K is potentially decent. Class M, Class K, Class M, Class Q. What's Class Q? That's 4. That's this world. Variable. Interesting. Yeah, humans are not particularly good here. Bolians, however, exceedingly rare in nature. Class Q variable planets have a high eccentric orbit, where have found themselves in an atypical trinary system. Cool. All right, let's continue integrating the our good friends the Tellarites, shall we? It shouldn't take too long at this point. I'm on standby to mute our audio, by the way, before everybody over at Paramount decides to shut down this channel due to the fact that I may or may not be having copyrighted content in some of these videos. Okay, that's being done. This is going to take too long, so let's set this up instead. Okay, let's just do it like this. It's probably a little bit more effective. This system over here. Okay, that is Wang Tong. Right. So Spaceport is being built right now. The Tholian Assembly has declared the Romulan Star Empire as their rival. And the Gorn Hegemony has declared the Tholian Assembly as their rival. Well, the Gorn aren't doing too well. They are kind of falling apart. Rebels of the Tellarite Technocracy. Interesting. So, Rebels of the Tellarite Technocracy. Interesting. So the Tellarites have some internal turmoil going on here, which is not good for them, to say the least. Yeah, Bajor is with us. It means the Cardassians cannot attack them anytime soon. But yeah, this war is not going to go anywhere anytime soon either. These guys don't like us. We could, wasting our time, did not grow great by listening to your wanton yapping. well, that's ain't that just something? Okay, just waiting for all these items to be finished. Yeah, all these space dock upgrades. We shove. What's our upgrade level here? Yeah, we're almost there. So one more space dock upgrade, and we will get to the point where we can pretty much do whatever we want with our fleet again. Although I will take it out of space dock just to make sure that we're looking good there. Anomaly found. 10%. Impressive architectures. Litter amortizes 3. Practically begging for archaeological work. That's good. Yeah, last episode I found this. I need to rename this to something else. This is, of course, the Curie class. And we will get rid of the Dauntless design. And we'll have the proper design here. And let's get rid of this one, so we can upgrade our fleet properly. A Poseidon we'll get rid of. This is like a basic Miranda, isn't it? Yeah, let's call this the Miranda class. And let's get rid of the NX class in this particular case. Columbia class, I don't know what the hell this is. But we will upgrade our fleets. It's only going to cost us 140 minerals, so it's not a big problem. We're just waiting for the Tellarite to be integrated within our society. Let's speed things up a little bit to keep it a little bit more interesting. Okay. And Tropical, Class K. Oh, cool. Etic, Monolithic. Uninhabitable, monolith flowing lines to fight a chart history. Okay, fair enough. That's fine by me. 78 right now. That's a Class M system. I do kind of want to colonize this. Oh my god, 254. One of our scientists has died. That is a shame. So let's get a new one on board. It's a good thing I didn't colonize just now. We can get a carefree scientist here. So let's go and... Oh, what do we got? Alien vessel. Mu aliens. Okay, they're on their way out. The Voth Theocracy is up here. What's these guys? Okay, that's just the Voth. Okay. Nothing too crazy. The Wadi, the Karama. Who are these guys? Oh, yeah, we talked to these guys last episode. They should be getting invaded by the Dominions sometime in the near future. The Sheliak Cooperative. Let's have a chat with the Sheliak. Yeah, they're not all that interesting. Tritanium Hull being researched. Ooh, Basart Collector 2. Planetary Shield Industrial Fabricator. And research. Let's go for the research. Oh, the Industrial Fabricator. Quite nice as well. What do we got here? Let's investigate these here aliens. We get the alien, the mining drone stuff, which is kind of useful. Wang Tong. Oh, cool. Mining drone ethic. When not posturing with their mining lasers aimed at human ship, the drones appear steadfast and dumbly hardworking, hacking away at mineral poor asteroids for want of something better to do. What is more interesting, that the drones are not completely silent. Contrary to early assumptions, they emit signal pings. Though extremely infrequent and at wavelengths hard to isolate from the background noise, is there anyone left to receive these pings may be a mystery for a long time. My droning optimization, or how to evaluate mining site. Add a list of mineral-rich planetoids to the situation log. Planetoid-rich or mineral-rich planetoids or droning optimizations. Let's go for droning optimizations in this case, and let's take a look at our policies to whether or not it's actually helpful or not. Droning optimizations, that didn't actually help at all, so joy. Our economy is a bit in the shitter at the moment. I wonder why. Is it because our admiral died? I think so. Do we have any logistics guys? Yes, we do. But we need 50 influence points for that. We're almost there. As soon as we got that, we should be okay. Do we have any events? There's the Beth aliens. We will have a look-see at them. The Hurk stagnancy. Interesting. Fanatical purifiers. The Hurk. Alien creatures, I speak on behalf of Elder Galdrick Den Rotharg, the undisputed ruler of the Hurk stagnancy. Respect our borders and keep outside of Hurk affairs, and perhaps our mighty fleets will refrain from visiting your wretched worlds. I'm sure the Klingons would be very happy with them. Our citizens greet you in peace. Where are they? Down in here. Martial Empire. They are pathetic. And they are fanatical purifiers. We may need to do something about them at some point. We will rival them. If we can. We cannot rival them because reasons. But we'll close borders to them. But we'll get a bunch of new technology. Geothermal fracking. Okay. Dilithium recrystallization center. Low plasma thrust. So let's go for the spaceport armor just to tap out our technology a little bit. And let's upgrade some of our ship designs. Why 16 energy? How much is the Bassart collector? 30 minerals. And increases sublight speed. Power usage 30. That's not particularly interesting. So let's keep away from that. The Miranda class is going to have the new Tritanium armor on it. We're going to do the same with the Constitution class. The Excelsior is going to have the same. And we'll do the same thing with the Curry class. So the thing about the Curry class is I did some more research into this because I didn't really recognize the design. Turns out it's from an episode of Deep Space Nine, and it's only in one episode, and it's kind of referred to as in the fandom referred to as the Shelley class because it's basically a Frankenstein model, as in it's just slapped together whole parts. Which of course comes from Shelley's book Frankenstein. But yeah, fascinating little design, very powerful in this particular case as well. So I'm very happy with it. Aceton Assimilator, Assault Phaser, Tetratogenic Coolant, Multitronic M5 AI Experiment. Very sophisticated technology based on the next level deep neural nets. This allows the computer to do thinking and reasoning. Okay, interesting. Assault cruiser, interesting. It's pretty expensive. It does add a whole bunch of behaviors to our ships. They're kind of expensive. The power usage is pretty high, so I don't think I can use them at this moment. So let's go with Plasma Phaser for the moment. Anchor is having some food problems, probably because a pop was moving away from where it should be, as predicted. So that's all to be expected. Let's send the Liberty out once again so I can go and do science, and we'll do the same thing with this guy as well. We got some unemployed pops as well. Why are you just unemployed? Go hang out over here. Okay, we'll get to the... Okay, armor platering's done. Spaceport shields, mineral processing plant. Yes, absolutely. Wang Tong is finished with its integration here. Federation Council. Let's review the Telluride integration process. Close to completion. And next 10 years, or at least the next cycle, I think it's 4 years, we should get the integration of the Tellurites. Let's hope so, at least. It's going to add a significant amount of territory to us. We are at war with the Cardassians and the Tellurites. All right, let's... fire up the phaser banks. Let's get the logistician in here. And let's undock our ships, and we're going to go to Cardassia. How much do I need to upgrade? It's 140. It's going to be a very fast upgrade here. Okay, the Cardassian Union has declared war on our ally, the Serene Danubian Confederacy. Apparently, this aggression will not stand. Okay, can I add some... I cannot add demands because we're not the main defender. Okay, so the Cardassians, they want to humiliate... The Cardassian Union wants to vassalize the Tholian Assembly. The Temerian Union wants to humiliate the Tellurian technocracy. Okay, if I undock, how bad is it going to be? All right, here we go. 1. Okay, only one energy. It's not the worst. And I got my additional fleet as well, which I can upgrade. I will upgrade our new fleet here, which consists of our basically all of our allied ships, which is great. Where are they? Oh, wow, look at that. That is sexy. That's a Federation fleet and a half right there. All right, let's do this. All right, this guy doesn't have any leader. Oh, yeah, I forgot. The Alliance fleets are currently broken, which is not the greatest. Can we add any cruisers to our coalition? Yes, we can. Let's add a coalition battle cruiser. Actually, let's add several coalition battle cruisers. We can add a whole bunch of coalition battle cruisers. There we go. Let's add a coalition destroyer. Because of the way our resources work and we have improved technology, we're basically outclassing all of our allies' ships at least, which is pretty interesting. Let's move all of our star bases under attack. Where's this? That's a Romulan fleet. The Romulans have joined the war. What kind of ships do they have? Interesting designs. It's like a D9. Some warbirds. Is that an actual eagle? Let's take a look here. That's an actual eagle, isn't it? Yeah, indeed it is. Well, that's different. Well, Space Dock is currently under attack. So we're going to send our combat fleet back to Terra. Or at least we're going to send them across the galaxy. Let's hope that we can get some decent eyes on this. Are we warping out? Is my Alliance fleet coming with us? I hope so. It looks like we are. Okay. Okay, so we lost the spaceport. That's annoying. But we are coming in pretty hard onto the enemies that are in here. And they're probably going to try to bomb the planet and try to take it. That's not the best of experiences. So let's restructure our fleet. Why can I not move this? Something keeping in mind. Nothing there. There's no route for this fleet. Where is this fleet? Oh, that's why. All my armies are stuck inside a Breen space, which means that I am going to need to build a bunch of assault armies somewhere else, some new ones, and that is annoying. But we will take a big chunk out of the Romulans in this particular case. We got 10,000 fleet power on with them. We're currently, oh Jesus, this is not good. Wow, blockade is minus 20. That is pretty crazy. All right. Let's hope that we can get in here relatively quickly. So let's wait for our fleet to come in. So we'll send them to Belarus. As soon as they're there, we'll jump into Astrakhan. But it's kind of a worrying development here. We got a bunch of stuff that we can upgrade in the meantime. A bunch of energy. -7. That's because we're over our fleet cap because of, well, reasons, obviously. There we go. That's that problem fixed. Wasn't it Vega that had all the minerals, or was it Alpha Centauri? It was Alpha Centauri, wasn't it? Yeah. How much food you guys got? 4. Is there any +3 food tiles that I can remove? Yes. All right. Industrial fabricator. No, that's not what I want. Slave processing. No. I'm just waiting for the mineral facility to be done. Okay, here come my allied fleet. Are we at war with the Klingons as well? Hold on. Oh my lord, we're at war with the Klingons as well. How much fleet power they got? Minimal. Okay, so this is a pretty big war, actually. It's a Tholian assembly. The Gorn are with us. The Ferengi, the Nubulans, us, the Andorians. The Trill are with us. And it's Cardassia, Romulus, and the Klingons, basically. Okay, here is the Romulan Free State stuff. This world needs to start developing defensive forces, armies. Let's see if I can build some defensive troops here. Okay, we are in position. Let's move in. This is going to be the first large fleet battle I've done in this game so far. This is going to be fairly exciting. Okay, what do we got? Good lord, they've bombed some of my stuff into the ground. All right, there's my fleet. Let's see how this goes. They're not completely upgraded yet. Let's take a look at the Romulans, how they are in terms of technology. They're equivalent to us, but everything else is their fleets are inferior. So that is fine. Okay, we're warping in. We're just waiting for our allied fleets to arrive. It won't be very long. There they are. Let's engage them. Let's slow things down a little bit. Oh, that is gorgeous. Whoosh. Look at that. We can do that even more epically, I guess. It's just flying towards the camera. Just put no GUI on. Oh, there we go. Yep, that'll do. Very nice. We just added a bunch of ships to our alliance fleets, so they'll all merge. I'm just a bit worried about this bombing situation here. We also don't have that many defensive armies here as well. What kind of research did we get? Atmospheric filtering, border range, plus 15. That is a instant yes. All right, our capital ship is about to engage the Cardassians. We got some 24th and 23rd century ships in here. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? I'm just going to make a save game here and do some epic shots of this later. Hold on. There we go. Well, that will wrap up this episode. Will our fleet engage the Romulans successfully next time, or will their massive fleet of cruisers and battleships manage to take out our fleet in general? Until next time, take good care of yourselves and each other.